What if the vitamins in your morning pill box were silently aging you faster? Imagine this. John Miller, 66, used to take his multivitamin religiously every morning. It made him feel like he was doing the right thing. But after a fainting spell and a few months of memory fog, his doctor uncovered something shocking. It wasn't age, it wasn't stress, it was vitamin toxicity. Yes, in the golden years, when your body slows down and your organs work overtime just to maintain balance, the wrong vitamins can quietly poison you. A recent clinical study from the Journal of Medical Aging, JMA, found that seniors who take the wrong kind of supplements have up to 40% higher risk of premature death. Another study linked a common vitamin to actual brain shrinkage. This isn't a scare tactic, it's a wake-up call. After age 65, your liver doesn't clear out excess as fast. Your kidneys lose efficiency. What used to be a safe vitamin dose in your 40s might now be hurting your heart, damaging your nerves, or blocking your brain. And the most shocking part? These are vitamins marketed specifically to seniors. So in this video, we'll take you through the 4 vitamins every senior should never take, and why. Then, the 4 life-saving nutrients your body truly needs every single day. If you or someone you love is over 65, you need to stay with us until the end, because your choices today could decide whether you age with grace or with decline. This is your guide to elderly reflections, senior health, and the wisdom that can only come from experience. These aren't just vitamins, they are the silent keys to motivation, memory, and the kind of life lessons from the elderly that can inspire you to take action now. If you're new here and care about healthy aging, senior inspiration, and practical guidance rooted in science and real stories, please like this video, subscribe, and tap the bell to stay informed. Let's begin where most people go wrong. Many seniors, in an effort to stay healthy and independent, unknowingly consume vitamins that could actually be accelerating their decline. In this part, we explore 4 commonly used vitamins that, despite their good reputation, may pose significant risks to seniors over 65. We share not just science, but real lives, real regrets, and perhaps a chance for you to avoid the same path. Let's begin with a vitamin that sounds harmless but hides a dangerous secret, especially for the aging body: vitamin A in retinol form. At 67, Susan Carter was the picture of healthy aging. Her skin glowed, her eyesight remained sharp, and she followed all the health advice she could find. Each morning, she took her multivitamin, filled with every nutrient she believed she needed. But over time, strange symptoms began to show up: aching joints, dizziness, and flaking skin. She brushed it off as part of getting older, until a blood test revealed she had toxic levels of vitamin A. Vitamin A in its retinol form is fat-soluble. Unlike water-soluble vitamins, your body doesn't excrete excess amounts easily. It stores them in the liver and fat tissue. For seniors, that's a problem. With age, liver function declines and fat distribution shifts, making the body more prone to vitamin accumulation and toxicity. A 2022 study in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors consuming more than $2,000 to $3,000 mcg day of retinol had a 25% higher risk of developing atrial fibrillation, a serious heart rhythm condition. And the worst part? The symptoms often mimic aging: dry skin, fatigue, impaired vision. But it's not aging, it's an overdose. To protect yourself, opt for beta-carotene, a plant-based form of vitamin A your body converts as needed. You'll find it in carrots, spinach, sweet potatoes, and eggs. Check your multivitamin label. If it says retinol palmitate, consider switching. For seniors, safe intake levels are no more than 700 mcg day for women and 900 mcg day for men, unless specifically prescribed. Now, let's move to a nutrient most of us associate with strength and vitality, but that may actually be corroding your insides after 65: iron. Harold Jackson, 68, had taken iron for years. His mother suffered from anemia, and it seemed like a family trait. His multivitamin proudly included iron, and he took it daily without second thought. But then his energy waned. He developed strange palpitations and memory gaps. A simple test revealed the cause: dangerously high iron levels and the beginning of organ inflammation. The truth? Most men and postmenopausal women don't need iron supplements. After 65, our bodies lose very little iron naturally, and what remains accumulates, especially in the liver, heart, and pancreas. Excess iron fuels oxidative stress, accelerates tissue aging, and increases risk for diseases like cancer and Alzheimer's. Symptoms such as joint pain, fatigue, and cognitive decline are often mistaken for normal aging, when in fact they could be caused by iron overload. The smart move is to test first. Ask your doctor for a ferritin and transferrin saturation test. Unless you have a diagnosed deficiency, switch to an iron-free multivitamin. Get iron naturally from lentils, beans, spinach, and red meat in moderation. Let your body absorb what it needs from food, not pills. Next, let's talk about a supplement that nearly every senior has taken. One that promises strong bones, but may instead harden your arteries. Calcium, taken without cofactors. Linda Alvarez, 70, believed in calcium. Every brochure, every doctor's office, every commercial insisted it was essential for bone health. She took her 1,000 milligram calcium tablet religiously every morning, without D3, K2, or any food. But it wasn't strengthening her bones, it was hardening her arteries. Over time, she developed bloating, constipation, and weight gain. But then came the real warning: sudden chest pressure and a trip to the emergency room. Tests showed early-stage arterial calcification. The calcium she thought was protecting her was quietly endangering her heart. Here's the problem: calcium absorption changes after 65. Without vitamin D3 to enhance absorption and K2 to direct calcium into the bones, calcium supplements can deposit in soft tissues and arteries instead. A 2019 study in Heart and Circulation found that calcium supplements, when taken without vitamin D, increased heart attack risk by 24% in seniors. The better path? Get calcium from whole foods like yogurt, sardines, almonds, and leafy greens. If supplements are necessary, choose one with calcium combined with D3 and K2. It's not just the amount you take, it's where it ends up. Finally, we arrive at a vitamin often seen as a safe energy booster, but which may be undermining your nerves in secret: vitamin B6 in high doses. Gerald Thomas, 69, was worried about his brain. He started taking a popular memory and nerve health supplement that claimed to fight fog and fatigue. It worked, at first, but within weeks, his feet started burning. His hands tingled. He stumbled more often. Doctors thought it was neuropathy, or maybe early signs of dementia. Blood tests told a different story: vitamin B6 toxicity. Vitamin B6 is water-soluble, but in large doses, it behaves like a fat-soluble vitamin. It accumulates in the body's nervous system, and over time, becomes toxic. Doses above 50 milliwire a day have been shown to cause nerve damage, even though some energy and nerve supplements contain double or triple that amount per serving. Symptoms include numbness, poor balance, burning sensations, and muscle weakness. And for seniors, recovery from B6 toxicity is slow, sometimes irreversible. Stick to food sources like chickpeas, bananas, turkey, and fortified cereals. Seniors need only 1.5 to 1.7 mg a day. If you must supplement, keep it under 10 mg a day and monitor total intake across all sources. Be wary of combining multiple B6-rich products. It adds up fast. We often hear that aging is about accepting limitations, but sometimes it's not about accepting decline. It's about questioning it. Are you really just aging? Or are you unintentionally sabotaging your own body with outdated habits and harmful supplements? There is deep wisdom in subtraction. By removing what no longer serves your aging body, you make room for what does. These 4 vitamins may have helped you once, but now they may be standing in the way of clarity, energy, and longevity. In the next part, we'll uncover 4 powerful vitamins your senior body needs every single day. Not for the sake of chasing youth, but to help you stay strong, stable, and sharp in the years ahead. Let's move forward with purpose. Let's age smarter. If the previous part was about subtraction, this part is about renewal. You've cleared the clutter. Now it's time to nourish your aging body with exactly what it needs. Not excess, not promises in shiny bottles, but real, science-backed support. These 4 nutrients are not only essential, but often missing in senior diets. Their absence can silently chip away at your balance, memory, sleep, even your very independence. But their presence, it can reignite vitality, stabilize your body, and sharpen your mind. Let's begin with one of the most quietly critical minerals for seniors, magnesium. By the time Robert Dean turned 72, sleep had become a battle. His nights were restless, legs cramping, heart skipping. His days followed with foggy thoughts and a rising anxiety he couldn't explain. Doctors gave him pills, but nothing addressed the root cause. It wasn't until a nutritionist suggested checking his magnesium levels that the truth emerged. He was deeply deficient. Magnesium plays a role in over 300 enzyme systems in your body, including nerve transmission, muscle function, heartbeat regulation, and blood sugar control. But here's the problem. After 65, your body absorbs magnesium less efficiently, while many common medications, like diuretics, acid blockers, and blood pressure pills, deplete it even further. Add to that soil depletion and processed diets, and it's no wonder that nearly half of all seniors are magnesium deficient. Low magnesium levels are linked to leg cramps, insomnia, fatigue, anxiety, high blood pressure, and even irregular heartbeat, atrial fibrillation. A 2021 study published in Nutrients found that seniors with low magnesium had significantly higher risks of dementia and type 2 diabetes. So what works? Not all magnesium supplements are created equal. Forms like magnesium oxide are poorly absorbed and often cause diarrhea. Instead, look for bioavailable forms like magnesium glycinate, gentle on the stomach, citrate, helpful for constipation, or malate, great for energy and muscles. A daily dose of 250 to 400 milliliters is typically safe and effective for older adults, but check with your doctor, especially if you have kidney concerns. You can also increase intake naturally through spinach, pumpkin seeds, almonds, avocado, and black beans. Now, let's shift to a nutrient that acts like a hormone, one your body makes from sunlight but struggles to produce after age 65, vitamin D3. After moving into an assisted living apartment at 74, Judith Moreno began to feel sluggish. She slept more but felt less rested. Her bones ached. She caught every cold going around and found herself forgetting simple things. Her doctor ran a blood panel. The result? Critically low vitamin D. Vitamin D3, or cholecalciferol, is essential for bone strength, immune function, and mood regulation. But here's the catch. Our skin's ability to synthesize D3 from sunlight drops by more than 50% after age 65. Add in limited outdoor time and sunscreen use, and it's easy to become deficient without realizing it. A large-scale study in the British Medical Journal in 2020 showed that seniors with low vitamin D were 30% more likely to die from all causes and 50% more likely to suffer respiratory infections. D3 also helps the brain by supporting neurotransmitter function and reducing inflammation, both of which protect against depression and cognitive decline. Most multivitamins contain too little D3 to correct a deficiency. Seniors generally need 1,000 to 2,000 IU daily, and sometimes more if levels are low. Choose D3, not D2, ideally in a soft gel or liquid form, and take it with food containing healthy fats to enhance absorption. Get your levels tested once or twice a year to monitor progress. Food sources include salmon, egg yolks, and fortified dairy, but supplements are often necessary for therapeutic results. Next, we turn to a vitamin most associated with energy, but actually critical for memory, nerve strength, and fall prevention, vitamin B12. Eleanor Schmidt, 76, had begun shuffling when she walked. Her daughter noticed it before she did. She was tripping more often, misplacing keys, and sometimes slurring her words. The diagnosis she feared most was Alzheimer's, but her neurologist surprised her. It was a severe vitamin B12 deficiency. Vitamin B12 supports red blood cell formation, brain function, and nerve insulation. But its absorption depends on stomach acid, which declines sharply with age. Over 20% of people over 65 are clinically deficient, often without knowing it. B12 deficiency can mimic dementia, cause numbness or tingling, and increase risk of falls due to muscle weakness. If you're on metformin, antacids, or proton pump inhibitors, your risk is even higher. The best way to replenish is through methylcobalamin or cyanocobalamin supplements. These can be taken as sublingual lozenges or even injections if needed. Seniors should aim for 500 to 1,000 mcg daily. And since B12 is water-soluble, there's little risk of overdose. Ask your doctor for a B12 blood test at your next checkup. It could be the key to restoring energy, balance, and cognition. Finally, let's explore a supplement that isn't a vitamin in the traditional sense, but is perhaps the most important for aging brains and hearts: omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA. At 73, Arthur Blake had a healthy lifestyle: no smoking, daily walks, clean diet. But his doctor still noticed mild arrhythmias and signs of cognitive slowing. They ran an omega-3 index test, and it revealed a severe deficiency in EPA and DHA. Within 6 months of taking fish oil supplements, Arthur's heart rhythm stabilized, and he reported clearer thinking and better sleep. EPA and DHA are essential fats found in cold water fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines. They reduce inflammation, support cardiovascular function, nourish brain cells, and protect against depression. But here's the alarming truth. Over 68% of Americans over 60 are deficient in omega-3s. A massive European study in 2021 found that seniors with the highest omega-3 blood levels had a 36% lower risk of death from all causes. Another study linked daily omega-3 intake with a 45% lower risk of fatal heart attacks. The best choice? Take 1,000 to 2,000 milliliters of combined EPA and DHA daily from a purified, third-party tested fish oil supplement. Choose one in triglyceride form for better absorption. If you're vegetarian or allergic to fish, algae-based omega-3 supplements can provide DHA and some EPA. Always take them with food to improve absorption. These 4 nutrients, magnesium, vitamin D3, vitamin B12, and omega-3s, are not optional luxuries. They're foundational to mobility, memory, and mood. As you age, they become harder to absorb, yet more crucial than ever. By giving your body what it needs, you're not just adding years to life, you're adding life to years. In the final part of this video, we'll show you how to make sense of your supplement label, avoid marketing traps, and build a daily routine that truly honors the wisdom of aging well. Let's keep going. The best years can still be ahead. If 2 previous parts were about knowing what to avoid and what to include, then this part is about how to put that knowledge into action. After all, what good is wisdom if we don't apply it? Every senior who walks into a pharmacy or scrolls through an online store is bombarded with labels: supports brain health, immune booster, formulated for seniors. But how do we know what's real? Which claims are science and which are just marketing? The truth is, most seniors are overpaying for the wrong supplements and underusing the ones they truly need. That's why this final part focuses on action, translating elderly wisdom into a clear, empowering daily routine. When you flip over the bottle, you're looking at a nutrition facts panel or supplement facts label. And often, right below the vitamin list is a wall of small print called the other ingredients. Here lies your first red flag. If you see artificial dyes, titanium dioxide, hydrogenated oils, or long lists of fillers and binders, that's a sign the manufacturer prioritized shelf life and aesthetics over your health. Seniors deserve better. You've earned clarity, not chemical clutter. Next, check dosage. Many senior-targeted multivitamins contain either too much of the wrong nutrients, like iron or retinol, or too little of the ones that matter, like D3 or magnesium. Remember the first? More isn't always better, especially after 65. Aim for forms your body can actually absorb. Methylcobalamin, not cyanocobalamin, for B12, magnesium glycinate, not oxide, and vitamin D3, not D2. And be cautious with megadoses. Balance matters more than volume at this stage of life. Also, beware the proprietary blend trick. This is when brands hide their ingredient dosages under vague group names. It might say Brain Blend, 200 milliliters, but not tell you how much of each vitamin or herb is inside. That's like buying a fruit basket and not knowing if it's 90% banana and 1 grape. It's misleading, and you deserve transparency. So how do you build a routine that supports healthy aging? One that reflects the true lessons of elderly wisdom and senior health. First, simplify. The more bottles and claims you juggle, the more likely you are to double dose or miss what matters. Instead of chasing separate pills for hair, eyes, digestion, memory, and heart, focus on a core foundation. That includes a senior-specific multivitamin that excludes iron and retinol and includes low balanced doses of D3, B12, zinc, and folate, a high-quality magnesium supplement, glycinate or citrate, an omega-3 supplement with 1,000 nanometer plus of EPA, DHA, and any additional support based on your lab results, like vitamin D or B12 if you're deficient. Second, timing. Some vitamins are best absorbed with fat, like D3 and omega-3. Others, like magnesium, are best taken in the evening to promote sleep and muscle recovery. Spreading your supplements throughout the day also reduces the risk of stomach upset and improves absorption. Build a rhythm that fits your life, and let that rhythm restore your energy, clarity, and calm. Third, test and tailor. After 65, your body becomes more unique with each passing year. What worked for someone else might not work for you. Ask your doctor to test your blood levels of vitamin D, B12, magnesium, and ferritin, iron stores. Adjust based on data, not age-based generalizations. Numbers reveal what your intuition may already know. And fourth, track how you feel. Not everything shows up in labs. Energy, sleep quality, memory sharpness, and even mood are real metrics. If adding magnesium improves your sleep, or removing calcium helps your digestion, that's meaningful. That's wisdom. Aging well is not about avoiding change. It's about becoming your own expert through reflection and adjustment. Let's come full circle with one final story, the loop that began in part 1. Remember John Miller, 66, whose vitamin overload nearly cost him his clarity? 1 year after reworking his supplement routine with guidance from a functional medicine doctor, he feels like himself again. His memory's back, his joints are pain-free, his mornings are energetic, not foggy. His medicine cabinet now holds just 4 core supplements, and the confidence of someone who finally knows what his body needs. He traded confusion for clarity, overwhelm for ownership. That is the essence of elderly reflections. Not just knowing what to take, but why. Not adding more, but adding meaning. There is a certain peace, a power even, in choosing fewer pills with greater purpose. That is the path to independence after 60, to strength after 70, and perhaps the secret to a graceful, vibrant life into your 80s and beyond. So now, take a look at your own shelf. What are you really taking, and why? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know what you've learned and what surprised you most in this 3-part series. We'd also love to know, where are you watching from today? Drop your city or country in the comments. You'd be surprised how many seniors across the world are on this journey with you. If this video helped you or someone you love, hit the like button and subscribe for more insights grounded in science, experience, and the timeless inspiration of life lessons from the elderly. This is about more than supplements. It's about living with intention, dignity, and strength. Let's grow wiser together, not just older. Because the journey after 60 is not about decline. It's about deciding how to live well, one smart, intentional step at a time.